Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's reading is a pick a card reading on how do they really feel about you. So this is probably going to be romantic in nature for most of you, I assume. So this could be someone you're in a relationship with, someone that you've just started seeing, someone you maybe just met and you're really into, or perhaps an ex where you're curious what their feelings are for you at this point. We're going to do tarot cards, some oracle cards. We're also going to do some charms today. So I'm really excited about that because I have not done a reading on my channel yet with charms. So feel free to pause and meditate and find what pile resonates with you. I've got 1, 2, and 3. And whenever you're ready, we'll get started. All right. Hey, group one, if you chose this pile, this is your reading on their real feelings for you. Spirit, for my group ones, can I get what is their feelings? Ooh, okay. Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so the way that they're viewing you right now is there's excitement. This feels like an opportunity to have a relationship with you could be something stable, could be something long term, because pentacles are the stable element. They're the longer lasting element out of all of the suits and the tarot. And so I see this as this person is feeling excited for you. They feel like this is new and refreshing, and they see a potential long term future with you here. Ace of Pentacles is all about new opportunities, um, new excitement, something that is starting that feels long term. So, for some of you, that's probably going to be really reassuring and exciting to see. Let's see what else we can get for my group ones. Okay. Ooh, okay, we've got Strength reversed. So I see them as also having some sense of self-doubt about this relationship with you. Even seeing like a sense of inadequacy, like they might regard you with such high notion that they feel almost like they don't deserve you, if that makes sense. Um, I think that their excitement for you has them a little bit nervous. It's leaving them feeling like they're a little bit like weak in the knees. They're a little bit vulnerable. Maybe they're not the most confident with you. They must be really into you for these cards to come out. Really, really into you. And I think there's a bit of worry on their end on your feelings for them. Do you view them in the same regard that they view you? Um, I think that's going through their mind right now. I think there's a lot of excitement for them about you and this prospect of a relationship with you. And so they're questioning, do you feel the same? Am I worthy of this person? You know, that sort of thing. But let's see what else it came with it. Okay. We've also got the sun reversed. So, yeah, I see this as you are someone that has come into their life and really blown them away. They're a bit enamored with you, and I think they're feeling a little uncertain as to how they can maintain with you. Um, like putting you on a pedestal almost is like the phrase that's coming to my mind here. They have you put on a pedestal, and I think there is a fear that you're not going to view them as worthy of your love, worthy of your time, worthy of a long term commitment, even though they see it with you. Gosh, that's really interesting. Let's see. I'm going to pull some oracle cards here. For others, it could be too that they see a long-term opportunity with you, but currently in their life right now, they are going through something that is personal and very difficult for them. So the strength reversed, the sun reversed. I think for some of for I think this is going to kind of have a split here. I think for part of this group, it's going to be just like a lack of confidence in themselves in relation to you. But I think for others, it's going to be that this person sees long term potential with you and is very excited at that notion. But I think where they are personally might leave them not ready for the commitment yet. Like they're going through something right now that is a real struggle for them. They're feeling very vulnerable, very down. It could be something like they're just going through a difficult period in their life. And so they're not able to be available to you the way that they want to for a long term commitment or the way that you would hope they would. Okay, so you're going to know which side of this resonates more with you and fits your story more. Um, but just know that, like, if you're talking about someone who, or I should say, thinking about someone with this reading who, like, you guys had a great connection, everything seemed amazing when you met, but like progress hasn't happened. I think it's because they're going through something personally right now that internally has them focused on themselves and their unhappiness to where they can't be available for the commitment. Okay. Let's see what else we can get. Spirit, for my group ones. And for those of you that might be dealing with someone who is going through something right now and they can't be available to you the way that you want them to, just know that it could just be not the right time. Okay, because with the Ace of Pentacles, there's longevity in that card. There's the energy of something that has the potential to be long term. So it could just be that you need to give this person space. You need to allow them to experience whatever it is that they're experiencing, and not to pressure them. Okay, not to pressure them into like stepping into more of a commitment than they're ready for. Okay. We've also got the spider spirit, make your dreams real. So yeah, I see them as having this feeling for you, like you could be like the person of their dreams, truly. Um, but timing is everything in life. And if you're not in a place where, let's say, like you're loving yourself, sun reversed here, guys, strength reversed here, self doubt, inner turmoil, you can't really be in a place where you can give love freely to someone else. So I really want to stress that. But I think that their feelings for you are very strong. I think that they see great potential in you. I see that you give them that sense of like, yes, this could be the person of my dreams. And then we've got Owl, you see clearly now. So I feel like that's Spirit's way of saying, like, this reading is going to help give you some clarity on the situation. I think for some of you, there's been some turmoil over having this great connection with someone, seeing it in your own mind play out a certain way, and really having these expectations that this could be, the right commitment at the right time. And it just hasn't played out. And so, um, Spirit is saying, like, this hopefully will help you see clearly why maybe things haven't panned out the way that you hoped they would. Okay. So see this person clearly, see their situation clearly, have great compassion and understanding for what they might be personally going through. Don't pressure, don't, you know, force them into something that they're just not capable of. And then for the other side of this group where maybe this person's feelings for you, like they're just so enamored where it makes them feel less than, um, like that's something for you to be aware of too. Like, I wonder if we just got a card, but I'll address that in a second here. I wonder if for that split of the group, if I almost want to ask, like, if this is the case where like someone is maybe so enamored with you and it's like shaken their confidence, maybe ask yourself, is it lust, right? Like that's the word I'm looking for. Is it lust or is this real genuine interest? Are they just enamored with me because, you're so beautiful or, whatever it is? Maybe question the motive behind it a little bit. Because if it is where their feelings for you put them in like the back seat of their own life, I would caution you to move forward with someone that has that reaction to you because I don't know that that could stand the test of time. It's one thing to be enamored with someone and it's one thing to hold them in high regard. But if it puts you in a position where like you are feeling less than and inadequate and like you just have this person raised on a pedestal so high, I don't know that the reciprocity of give and take would be as healthy because they're almost going to treat you like a god or like a goddess, right? And while that might sound good on the surface, true healthy relationships come from partnership, come from duality, come from yin and yang, come from the give and take. These two pieces coming together. And so you need someone, if you're thinking long term, that's going to come together with you. And if someone has you on such a high regard on this high pedestal, I don't know that a partnership dynamic is going to be there as much as a worshiping kind of dynamic. So just a word of caution there that spirit wanted me to give. We've got TikTok. Okay, so yeah, I think for some of you, they're feeling a sense of pressure. They're feeling a sense of pressure of commitment, um, almost like the clock is ticking and they're aware of that notion coming from you. So I think some of them are feeling some pressure, whether it's personally from themselves on like, okay, I just need to settle down. I need to find the right person. I'm getting older. Maybe my friends are settling down and I'm feeling like I need to play catch up, like TikTok, the clock's ticking. And then for others, it could be that the pressure is coming from you and they're feeling this sense of like, okay, what are we going to do here? What decision are we going to make? And that's not good for a healthy dynamic in a relationship either. So if that resonates, just try to maybe take a deep breath, metaphorically with this relationship. Try to relax. Real lasting dynamics and relationships happen naturally. Okay. If you have to force it, that's a sign that something isn't quite right. And we might meet people in our lifetime and just have this feeling of like, oh, yes, this person is the one. Oh my gosh, there's excitement. There's these feelings of just being enamored and all of this stuff. But if it's not the right time for that person or for you, then it's not going to make sense. It's not going to coalesce into something that's healthy. So just kind of allowing relationships to naturally happen is always such a good, simple word of advice, because if it's meant to be, it will be. It will happen organically. Okay, and then we've got authenticity. Who I truly am is good indeed. I am authentic in thought, word, and deed. Okay, so I view this person views you as someone who's authentic. Their feelings for you are authentic. And I think they see you as an authentic person, which probably, oh, look what came out with it, romance. Yeah, so this person definitely has feelings for you. There's no doubt about it. I think that they have great feelings for you. They hold you in high regard. They see potential with you long term. They view you as authentic. I think that the time in their life right now, time, the clock here, is maybe the only thing that's causing a bit of question in this dynamic with you two. Okay, let's see what else we can get with some charms. All right, I'm just going to randomly pull a few pieces here and we'll see what comes out. Okay, so first we've got the diamond. So again, long-term commitment, engagement ring. They definitely see this for you. Okay, let's put that here with the Ace of Pentacles. Ooh, and then the lighthouse. So with the lighthouse, what does a lighthouse do? It draws ships in. It's the beacon of light. It's a sense of direction for the ships. So they see this potential with you. This again fits very nicely with the Ace of Pentacles. There's long-term vision here. They see a light in the future, on the shore of where they can drive their ship to. Okay. So I'm going to set that with the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, and then we've got the bananas. So I think that they view you as sweet. They think you're sweet. Okay, let's put that here. I'm going to put that with authenticity. Okay. Wow, guys. Okay. This for me signals children. Okay. So again, this notion of long-term commitment, they see it, they feel it, it's real for them. Okay. They could see potentially having children with you, starting a family. Interesting. So we've got two spiders here. So I think with you, it's like they view you as like you can like weave a web and like catch them. I think they feel caught in your web. And I mean that in a good way. I I really keep getting this word enamored. It keeps coming to my mind. I think they feel a real sense of just being enamored with you. And almost like you've lured them. And that could also, be signaled here by the lighthouse, like almost like you've lured them into your web. Like they just are kind of caught in it. They can't get out. Um, I think you've definitely drawn them in, to say the least. Then we've got the light bulb here. Oop, trying to see if I can get it to focus. There we go. So yeah, I think meeting you felt like a light bulb moment. It sparked something in them. It got them illuminated with the idea of what life could be long term with someone. And then last but not least, we've got the music note. So, yeah, I think they view you as they could make harmony with you. they could make harmony with you. Together, you guys could make a beautiful composition. So overall, I really think this is a really interesting reading. I think whoever this person is, you have caught them in your web. They are very much feeling lust or love feelings for you. I think for some, this is not perhaps the right time for them. Something is going on personally within them that they need to square away with first before they can take action on their feelings. And I think for others, this could be maybe like an unhealthy type of lust type of thing where they have you on such a high pedestal that like it's bringing their own self-confidence down, and almost like the sense of I'm just not worthy of this person. All right, so that's what I have for your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. If you did find it helpful, let me know. I would love to hear what you guys think. And yeah, I thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Hi, group two. All right, if you chose this pile, this is your reading on what are their feelings for you. So let's dive in. Ooh, right off the bat. Okay, we've got the spider spirit and ant spirit. Okay, spider spirit, make your dreams real. Ant spirit, time to collaborate. Okay, so with the spider spirit, you're weaving a web catches things. You've caught this person's eye. Time to collaborate. They want to collaborate with you. This is a great sign. If you have recently met someone, if you're in a relationship with someone, or perhaps thinking about taking a potential friendship to the next level, these are great signs. These are great cards to come out. Okay. This person wants to collaborate with you. They want to work together. They want to partner with you. I think they feel caught in your web. Maybe you guys are weaving a web together. So great cards to start. Let's pull out some tarot and see if we can get some additional information here for my group twos on how they really feel about you. This person is feeling like, I think that, oh, look what came out, guys. Knight of Cups. Yes. I think they're feeling like this relationship, or you perhaps, could be what's been in their dreams. Okay, Knight of Cups. This is all about like an emotional offering. This is someone who is stepping forward with passion and romance and leading with their heart. See how the cup is kind of like extending out from where his heart space would be? That is symbolic of this is a heart led moment. Okay, so they are definitely feeling drawn to you, into you, wanting to be in a relationship with you. There's definite romantic feelings going on here. If some of you are looking for confirmation on a potential suitor, this is it. This is it. This person truly wants to be with you. Okay. We've also got the Two of Pentacles here. So they might be juggling a lot right now. Okay. They could be in a position where life is a little bit wavy. There's some emotional things happening in their life. There's a lot of responsibilities, or just things in their day to day that they need to juggle. Okay. So it could be that maybe now's not the right time for them for a serious commitment. Maybe it is. Or they're just trying to juggle and figure out how to accommodate a new relationship into their life. Okay, we have the Tower reverse here. So this is when we are either going through like an internal personal crisis, something that's drastically changing internally within ourselves, or this is when it's reversed right after a Tower moment. So maybe they've gone through something recently that was really difficult for them and it threw them completely off their game. Maybe this is a relationship, a prior relationship that they had where things came to an end quite literally or dramatically. And they're trying to juggle these new feelings for you. And maybe the reason this came up too is like juggling with like the decision of like, okay, am I ready for a new relationship? If they did just have this Tower sort of moment happening, even though they can have these feelings of like being super into you and seeing a future with you and wanting to partner with you, it doesn't necessarily mean that their heart space is ready or mentally they're ready or emotionally they're ready. Timing is important in life. And I think, especially with romantic relationships. So, if there's any sort of hesitation from their end on moving forward with you, just know that it's because they're still juggling. They're still trying to balance something in their life, which would make a lot of sense with the Tower reverse because oftentimes after a big Tower moment, it does take some time to kind of balance out the scales and recalibrate yourself and find stability. We've also got the Page of Wands reversed. So this could be just lack of follow through that you're seeing with someone. Like maybe their words are kind of, like these cards here where like they're really enamored with you. They want to pursue something with you. There's definitely a high interest here. Um, but their actions might not line up with the way that they're speaking to you. Know that it's because of what's going on. Okay, something in their world has quite literally come to an end. Something has been quite literally broken apart. Something has drastically changed. And so they might not just be in a place quite yet where they're ready to fully commit their heart, even though the feelings of wanting to might be there. And if that's the case, the best thing that you can do is give them time, give them space, have the approach of if it's meant to be, it will be. I don't need to chase this. Because if you chase someone, you're just going to push them away anyway. Chasing someone is never going to lead to long term success. You might find some apparent, seemingly successful moments that way, like right off the bat, but it never works long time because at the end of the day, you're pressuring someone to do something that they're just not ready for. And eventually, the implications of that will surface and manifest. So, your best approach here really is to just be calm, be steady, have the have the belief that if this relationship is meant to be, if you guys really are meant to collaborate together and be like a partnership, it'll happen when the time's right. Let's see what else we can get for my group twos here. Spirit. Page of Wands reverse can also mean like someone who's just kind of unreliable because the pages in the tarot, they're a bit of like more of a younger, immature type of person or like a younger maturity level. And so maybe you're just dealing with someone who's a little bit younger too and like could be really into you and wanting to like pursue something with you, but might not quite have the maturity just where they are to be reliable and steady. Okay, we've also got poised. Yeah, so this is kind of what I was saying earlier. Like, I think you remaining poised in regards to this situation is going to be key here. Like, you continue to celebrate and enjoy being you. Do not wait on this person. Now, be open to it if you're really into them and you see a potential um, long-term commitment with this person, but remain poised. Don't chase, don't pressure. um, Allow it to just kind of happen organically, and you just continue to be the beautiful self that you are and celebrate you. And I think this person, if it's meant to be, will certainly come around when the time is right for a lot more of that long-term commitment kind of thing. We've also got never ending story. Okay, so is there some never ending story that you tell yourself about love and relationships? Um, for example, using the cards that we see here, you're you've met someone and you guys seem really into each other, right? Like, time to collaborate, make your dreams real, Knight of Cups. But they're not following through. Like, you might have had some great dates and you're kind of ready to dive in and like get really involved with this person, but their efforts towards you just maybe don't match the level that you're at. Like, maybe one day you don't hear from them, or it might take them a while to respond, or they seem non-committal about getting together with you. Things like that when you're dating. Is there a never-ending story that you've told yourself in the past about these scenarios of, okay, I just never attract the right guy. All the guys that I'm into just want to use me for a little bit of fun, and then, I don't hear from them, or they don't ever seem to want to commit. Be careful of the never ending story that you are telling yourself about love and relationships. Okay. I think intuitively, deep down, you'll know over enough time if this person is going to align with where you are emotionally and mentally. If that doesn't happen, okay, then move on. It wasn't meant to be. If it's meant to happen, it will. But don't allow yourself to get up in your headspace about it where you obsess about it. You can't stop thinking about it. You're talking to your friends about it all the time. You're checking your phone constantly to see if they've contacted you. All of that energy and that narrative of being desperate and desperately seeking someone to meet you where you're at is just going to put out this energetic stink, so to speak, of not being in a receptive flow and allowing the right person to come to you. Again, because like, here's the two sides of you that I'm seeing is there's like the poised side of you where you're like up on your pedestal and you're celebrating life and you're celebrating yourself. But there's also this side of you that has this never ending story that you tell yourself. And look at what's under here. It's one of those sand timers. Okay. That's like pressure of like, okay, I need to figure out who I'm going to be with, sooner than later. I need to settle down. I need to start, finding my right person and maybe starting a family. That pressure, this energy here of just kind of like desperately focusing on what you don't have and putting pressure on having it is going to actually push what you're seeking further out. It's kind of like counterintuitive, but you have to relax about these types of things in your life. The more relaxed you can be, the more in a state of flow and in a state of receiving. And like, I'm kind of like brought back to this image here where she's just on her pedestal celebrating being her. Like, there's no one else in this picture with her. It's just her. She's just happy being her. Spirit is saying, like, that's the energy that you need to hold in order to find the right partner. Okay. And potentially, if this person is it, hold that energy. Let them come to you when it's ready. All right, let's see what else we can get here for my group twos. All about how they really feel. All right, this one wants to come out. Okay, romance. So there's definitely romantic feelings here, guys. I mean, the cards don't lie. There's definitely romantic feelings that this person has. Let's see if we can get one more. Spirit for my group twos here. Let's see if this deck wants to keep speaking with us. Okay. Ooh, and then fertility. Okay, so fertility can mean literal fertility. It can also be symbolic, meaning that there's a lot of potential here for something great. There really is a lot of potential here for something great. I mean, look at the words here. Let all take root, seed and sprout. Let new life be all about. So this can talk about just your relationship with this person. This doesn't have to mean literal pregnancy, but it can. Okay. Um, there's definitely a seed of opportunity here between you and this person. No doubt about that. Um, I think the timing and where they personally might be with themselves might be the only potential thing that's maybe causing a sense of delay to get what it is that you want. But we're going to pull some charms and just see if we can get a little bit more information here on this person's feelings about you. Okay. Okay, so we have got the Eiffel Tower. We've got the lighthouse. We have got the skull and bones, and then the pentagram. Okay, so this I'm hearing goes with this card. This needs to be put an end to. This is the death of this. Spirit is urging you to have the death of this. Whatever never ending story you tell yourself about these types of dynamics with someone, you know, relationship, romantic, you need to get out of your headspace with that. Remain poised. Okay, that's the death of that. This pentagram I see as being potential. This is potential that you guys have. Okay, potential. Now, with both of these, so two things are coming to my mind immediately. The first is with the lighthouse. You know, it's a beacon of light. And so I do think that this person has that type of feeling about you where you're kind of like this beacon of light for them in a vast dark ocean. So again, just kind of like the spider spirit where it's like drawing it into its web. It's kind of like a lighthouse draws the ship into the shore. It leads it home. So I think there's, you know, this type of feeling that they have. Now with the tower, the tower, we also have the tower here. So two towers showing up. So to me, that is signaling that there is a climb that needs to happen in order for this relationship to take hold in a long-term context. Because with the tower reversed, this is all about the dismantling the dismemberment, the crumbling of this tower. And so from that stage on, you're in a rebuild stage. So when the tower is reversed, that is talking about rebuilding your tower. And the first thing you have to do is rebuild a solid foundation. And it's going to have to be a stronger foundation than what was previously there to withstand the test of time. So, this is just a reiteration for me of that message of if this relationship is meant to be like this Eiffel Tower where it grows high, it has longevity, you're going to have to rebuild a foundation. And I actually mean that more like I think this person is going to have to rebuild a sense of foundation within themselves to be able to construct a new tower with someone new. Overall, I think this is a really interesting reading. I see a lot of potential here. I also see that there are some challenges that will need to be overcome if you want to have long term success with this person. So it's not all bad. I mean, these are just stages we go through in life. This is part of being a human being and part of having relationships. It's never simple or easy, it's complex. So I hope this reading was helpful. If you thought it was, I would love to know and hear about how it was helpful for you or how it resonated with your particular situation. And I just appreciate you guys watching so much. And I hope I get to see you on another one. All right. Bye. Hey, group 3. All right. This is going to be your reading on what this person truly feels for you. So, Spirit, can I get some tarot on what my group 3's person really feels for them? Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. We just had 2 fly out of the deck on the floor. Let me grab them. Sorry about that. And I just hit my camera. All right. Smooth start, right? Okay. So we've got the 8 of Swords. Ooh, okay. 8 of Swords is when there's something mentally that's keeping us feeling stuck. Okay, so there's a feeling of stuckness that they have about you, or like a potential relationship with you. Like there's something mentally for them that's keeping them feeling a bit stuck. Now, what that is, maybe we can get a little more information in today's reading. But kind of right off the bat, I'm getting this is self imposed, meaning that it's their own imposition of they've kind of done this to themselves with like the thoughts that they have. It did come out with the 3 of Cups. So they might be feeling a bit stuck in their partying ways. 3 of Cups is all about celebration, coming together with friends, celebrating life, the moments of enjoyment, like having parties, going out with people. It can also indicate a third party. So that could be applicable for some of you as well. And so maybe they're feeling stuck between you and a possible other suitor. Okay, I'm just being honest. This is what the cards are saying. Let's see if any more tarot want to come out just to give us any further clarification here. So for some of you, this could be that this person likes you. They just maybe aren't ready for commitment. For others, it could be they like you and they like other people as well. And so they're feeling stuck with who do I make a commitment to? Okay, we've got the Queen of Wands reversed. So, Queen of Wands, when she is upright, this is someone who leads with passion. This is someone who is incredibly confident and courageous and like shines her light. Okay. She is not fearful to be who she is. So when it's reversed, this can indicate insecurity, needing to build our confidence, um, living in a way that means we're not quite leading with our passion. We're letting maybe like our negative thoughts be the driver or the driving force, as opposed to like focusing on the passion of why we're doing something. So self-doubt, um, just feeling an overall lack of confidence. I'm getting the sense that this could be you in regards to this situation with this person, because there's a feeling of stuckness. I think your intuitive side is picking up on that and it's affecting your self confidence. So that could be for some of you. Let's see. Okay, that one wants to come out. Ooh, okay. And then the Chariot reversed. Okay, so this is stagnation. Um, very hand in hand with the Eight of Swords here. So the Chariot, when it's upright, is here. I'm going to turn it up just so you can see visually as I'm explaining. This is leading the chariot, okay, and learning how to lead with direction despite opposing forces. You've got opposing forces here at the chariot's um, lead. Now he has to control himself. He has to be the one to steer. He has to be the one to balance these energies, to steer it where they work together. When it's reversed, this is an imbalance of the ability to do this. This is moving in an imbalanced way or not moving at all. This is stagnation, not being able to steer the chariot, not being able to balance opposing forces. Given the other cards here, I would say that it is likely that the person you're thinking of has other suitors. And I would even say it's likely that many of you are probably feeling some intuitive sense that something like that is going on, and it has affected your confidence. Let's see what else we can get here. All right, these two wanted to come out. Actually, we've got four. We're just going to take them. Okay, we've got observer. Observe the situation, observe the behavior. What do you notice? Your observation skills and your intuitive hits are not going to lie to you. So pay attention to what you're seeing from this person, because the signs are there. Okay, the signs are there. Be the observer. All right, we've got time to go. So I do feel like this could be that for some of you, this is going to be time to move on from this person. I don't want to give advice though, but I have to also be honest with what I'm seeing in the cards. And so if this card came out, there's a reason for it. Time to go. Does this mean for you that it's time to let go of this relationship? I don't know. Does this mean that it's time for you to go explore other suitors? I don't know. But time to go did feel like it had to come out. So, okay, chop wood. So the broom in this image is speaking to me right now. A broom is meant to clear. It's meant to clear space. It's meant to sweep away things that are stagnant. got stagnancy, okay? Things that are stagnant, clear heavy, dense energy, clear dirt and debris, sweep in new energy into your space, okay? So, what needs clearing from you? What needs clearing? Could it potentially be the expectation of this person? Could it be the waiting? Could it be the hoping? Time to chop wood, folks. Okay, yeah. And then you've got deep knowing. So, deep down, there is a knowing here within you. I think you guys have a good intuition, a good intuitional grasp on the situation and this person. And I think it has affected some of your self-worth and some of your confidence, some of your ability to shine your light. I see this as this person just is not willing to commit. And I don't even get the sense that it's like about you. I'm getting the sense that it's about like commitment, perhaps in general. Now that might not be true. For some, it really could be that they're torn between two people, you being one of them, and they're not like a player in a true sense, but they're just struggling with having feelings for both. Um, but I do think for others, it's going to be more of this particular person just hasn't isn't capable of commitment. They're not capable of steering the chariot. They're not capable of unlocking themselves from these type of limiting thoughts. Okay, so I really do think for those of you who are taking this really personal, that it's unjustly so. This isn't about you. It's going to be more about just who they are and where they are maturity wise when it comes to relationships. Let's see what else we can get for my group threes. And guys, if there's a deep knowing that like this person just isn't going to commit to me, I know deep down they're not really going to treat me right, and I'm just always at a loss for like where I stand with this person. If there is that deep knowing, it is time to honor that deep knowing. It is time to chop wood. Get your broom and clear out some of this stagnant energy from your life. All right, let's see what else spirit can we get for my group threes here. All right, these two want to come out. All right, we've got good cheer. Remain in good cheer. You know, hang out with your friends right now. Spend some time with people that do honor you, do respect you, do love you. Make time for good cheer. I am getting the sense that there has been a lot of emphasis on stressing about the situation and this person and frustration about it and a deep knowing that deep down this isn't going to be our person, but struggling with accepting that. So spirit is saying make time for good cheer. Now would be a great time to hang out with friends and people that make you laugh and to shift your focus away from romance into something that's more fun and lighthearted. Maybe you just need a break from the romance for a little bit. Okay, magical powers. Like, I think this is that deep knowing that we've been talking about. I think that a lot of you are probably very intuitive and you know, another thing with this card that just came to me is, you know, you've got like the phoenix rising from the ashes here, the flame. Like this is you. You have the ability to come out of this situation and reclaim yourself you have the ability to rebrand yourself and come out of it with like an intention of a new version of who you are. Um, so don't deny yourself your ability to like have your intuition, have your inner knowing, and to feel like you have these magical powers of being able to recognize patterns in people and see it for what it is, because you're an observer, like you pick up on these things. You also get to be the phoenix. You also get to allow yourself the ability to say, you know what, even if the situation is extremely disappointing to me and I'm just depressed and I'm sad, it doesn't mean that that's who I am. You get to be whoever you choose to be. Do not let the situation or this person dictate your own self identity. Okay, I don't know who needs to hear that, but I feel extremely compelled to say it. I think people can do that. And I've done this. I have done this in previous relationships where your own self identity gets so tied in with this person that when things don't work out, it's like your self identity takes a hit as well as the relationship. But it doesn't have to be that way. Okay, Spirit is saying it doesn't have to be that way. You get to choose who you are. You get to choose your self worth. You get to choose what you're willing to put up with. You get to choose that you're strong and can move on from situations like this. Okay. All right, let's get a couple charms here. Oop! We just had that one fly out. All right, so this is the mermaid. I also view her as like the siren. Like this is someone who seeks and draws in what they're worth. So I'm going to put that with magical powers here. Okay, let's get a couple more. That one flew out. Okay, we've got a few different ones here. So let's just kind of unpack. Oh gosh, look guys. Okay, we'll get into all of these, but I want to. You've got another broom. Okay, so definitely time to clear some things that just do not serve you. Time to clear it out. Ghost. I think that one might be pretty self explanatory. Like, ghost is like the remnants of what was. Okay. And I feel like this could be Spirit's way of saying, like, not to ghost this person, but this is going to probably be someone that will be more of a person from your past at some point. Okay, we've got the Eye of Horus. This is all about protection. Protect yourself. Protect yourself. Have fun. Okay, go have some fun. Remember, you're a magical being that has intuition and the sovereignty to determine your own self worth. Don't let it depend on other people. Okay, so protect yourself. We've got the tennis rackets. What do you do with tennis rackets? You play. Let's see if I can get it to focus in. There we go. Go play. Go have fun. Take some time off from the weight of this situation and trying to figure things out and like just go have fun. We've also got the cat, and for me, this is like immediately saying just be independent. Cats are independent. They don't have a heavy reliance on outside sources for their own self worth. If you've ever owned a cat, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Cats in their head, they just, they're the king or queen of their world all the time. And they don't really care. I mean, that's just how they are. It's part of what I love about them is just, I just think their independence is kind of unmatched, and it's so cool. So I think spirit is reminding you to have more of that cat-like type of quality in regards to how you maybe approach these type of situations in your life. Okay, the windmill. All right, the windmill, this is signaling change. The winds of change are coming. So, whether that be from you internally, with, maybe this reading is what you needed to hear in order to allow yourself to let go from someone who maybe isn't available to you the way that you want. Um, and the winds of change are coming. Spider, weave your own web, okay? You just weave your web and the right suitor will fall into it. Okay, I'm going to put that with magical powers. You just weave your web. You just be you. You have fun. You take your sovereignty back. You determine what your worth is. Let that be the web that you weave. And when the right time happens and the right person comes along, they will be drawn to your web, much like the siren. And then we've got music. Another notion of just having fun here, allowing yourself the ability to enjoy life and hear the music, like quite literally. So I hope this reading is helpful for someone out there. If it is, I would love to hear about it. Let me know how this helped you, if it resonated. And I really appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you soon. All right. Bye.